Okay, so I'm going to attempt, hopefully with no difficulty this time, my next video. Some of you were saying that you felt the first video cut out right when it got to the good part. These videos, we're trying to get the kinks out of them, and they're going to run about 4 to 5 minutes. And then if I haven't finished my subject, I will go into a second video about the same amount of time. So I want to just go over a few things this morning about the brushes that you can use. You can buy expensive brushes, and you probably will want to do that as you paint more. But you can certainly start off with brushes from the dollar store, and these are a few that I use. This is just a set for children in the craft department. There is one missing. This is a set that I get from the dollar store that I really like, especially there's a real fine zero and a liner brush in here that I like. They're actually pretty good quality, and for $1.25, you use them for a month, you can throw them away. These are another set from the dollar store that I use quite often. It all depends too from package to package. Some of these points are better than others. It's a hit and miss. These are also two sets I found at the dollar store, $2 each. Yeah, they're not bad actually for what you need for when you're starting out. And also this set, I use this with my acrylics. I also have tried them with my oils. I like them. I like using a filbert, gives a nice rounded edge. They don't last that terribly long. They seem to go stiff after a while. So anyways, that's the rundown on my brushes. Now, getting back to the project that we were doing the other day of the bowl and the eggs, we got as far as our value painting. And this value painting, I went over it again with my dollar store 3 colors that I talked about earlier, just to see what kind of value I could get up with. It's a little more purple, but actually it's not bad at all. And from there, I went in with the other one that I'm doing too. And I added color to this one, also using just our limited palette. So I'm going to talk a little bit this morning about mixing your colors and how to desaturate a color. So as you can see, I still have my palette from yesterday that's a little bit murky, a little dirty, but that's okay for what I want to do. So here I have a chart, and these are just my dollar store paints, the 3 that I showed you the other day, the blue, the yellow, and the red. And I just made a little bit of a chart to see what I can do with them. Not ideal, but they will get the job done. I'll just show you another picture here. This is a painting I did from just a photograph off of Pinterest. I don't intend to sell it or anything, just a study. And this was painted with dollar store paint. So you can see, you can get a good effect just for starting out. I wouldn't sell this with that quality paint. I don't think that is right. I don't know how archivally sound the paint would be. So I'm going to, yes, I think I'm just gonna do it again with better color. And I think what we will do is, okay, I want to talk about the 3 primaries here. My palette's a little bit dirty, but I'll be careful how I pick up my paint. So my cad red light, my cad yellow, light or medium, and my ultramarine blue. These 3 colors are your 3 warm colors on your palette. And they are, I would call these saturated color, which means this red, when I squeeze it out of the tube, I cannot get it to be any redder than it is when it comes out of the tube. That's as red as it's going to get. Same with the yellow, same with the blue. So that is my saturated color, right out of the tube when you hear me say that. Now, if I want to desaturate a color, I want to push that color back. Then I would I'll start first with my red, my cad red. So I'll just move this maybe over here so you can see that better. So I'll put my cad red down here. And I'm going to put it on my book too. There's my cad red, nice, bright, saturated color. And I want to push that color back. So from into that, I'm going to pick up a small amount of my mother color. And into that red, I'm going to mix my mother color. I now have a little bit duller red for blending or painting just shadow areas of, say, an apple. That could be your mid-tone. And to that, I can continue to add my mother color. I think you get the idea of how I can continue to add, and I can go darker and darker and darker, just using my cad red and my mother color. All of these can be altered again if I add white to them. That would change the hue of the color. So I'm going to do the same now with my cad yellow. Here's my cad yellow. Put that down. That's my saturated color. And to that, I'm going to add, whoops, I want just a little bit of mother color. Add a bit of red on there. You can see right away how that desaturates that color for shadows. You can get into your yellow ochre, so I'm going to pick a little bit more up. And once more. And I can continue going with this scale all the way down almost to black. All right. And now I'm going to do the same with my ultramarine. There's my saturated color. Put some over here. A bit of mother color. If we get this done right, you'll find that you'll never have to make Payne's Gray again. Whew, I went a little bit dark there. I think I'll add a little bit more blue so I get one more value in between these two. There we go. There's a Payne's Gray. There's a yellow ochre. I could take this one, add a little bit of red to this. Oh, that's too much, but it's not too bad. And get into my burnt siennas. So you can see how using just your 3 primaries and the mother color, you can desaturate your painting. And that's what I did when I painted my picture here. I decided to put color to it, and using my 3 primaries, desaturating the color, I got all my different values. My browns in here for my brown eggs, my blues, my desaturated blues. Okay, so hopefully you have enjoyed this video, and the next one I think we'll go into painting our eggs and bowl.